first thing people ask Nimrat Kaur is, why don't we see you in more projects? The Lunchbox and Airlift star always has the same answer: I don't get offered more roles. She's been vocal about box office success playing a major role in securing work, but her choice of roles made producers think she was only interested in certain kinds of films, so their assumptions kept them away. But now she's back on the small screen enjoying all the love coming her way for KULL, the legacy of the Risings.
Hi, I'm Nimrat Kaur and you're watching me on AVS TV.
हमारी बड़ी बेटी इंद्रानी, हमारी छोटी बेटी काव्या, हमारा छोटा बेटा अभिमन्यु राय सिंह, ब्रिज, my firstborn, इस घर का बड़ा बेटा.
नाजायज.
When the first time this script came to you, did it scream, okay, I have to do this, or did it take a while for it to sink in and then you were like...
It was love at first here. Like the first time I heard the story, I was like, I absolutely have to dive into it.
So what attracted you about this?
The royal aspect of it, you know, it's an adult life fairy tale dream for every girl to play a royal regal part where you'll get to wear these gorgeous saris and jewels and pearls and, you know, like what a fantasy that is, right?
मॉडर्न राजस्थान रा चेहरा है हम. पैर पड़ना, घूंघट वगैरह मत किया करो.
दिल से करें बाबूजी.
सफर कैसा रहा?
जी बहुत बढ़िया.
सड़क के बजाय गड्ढे ज्यादा हैं आपके राज में. धूल चटाने के बजाय भेज देते आप हेलीकॉप्टर अपनी बेटी के लिए.
The entire story, it's so dysfunctional, so strange, so weird and so dramatic. The family on the outside is perfect, nothing's out of place, wow, everything's perfect and peachy, but as you just scratch the surface and there you go, I mean, it's just mayhem.
रायसिंह पैलेस और इन गिद्धों के बीच में मैं अकेला खड़ा हूँ. महाराज चंद्र प्रताप गुलाब रायसिंह. किसी को कोई फूटी कौड़ी नहीं मिलेगी.
What aspect of her personally you felt, okay, this is something maybe I can bring this, but this is something which is going to be quite a challenge for me to bring it?
I think the emotional complexity and the suffocation part was hard, you know, and by the end, whatever happens in the climax and, you know, how we lead up to that, it's so heartbreaking and so difficult actually, that it just became very difficult to really come upon that part. Yeah, that was very, very, very challenging to reach. So that for me was very tough.
भाई साहब, आप कहीं एहसान पे कभी
एहसान? बहन है हमारी.
Well, let's talk about the flip side. I believe you've shot across these beautiful Rajasthani palaces. Bikaner Palace.
Bikaner Lakshmi Niwas Palace.
Lakshmi Niwas. I'm sure that must have been a rewarding experience.
Stunning.
In itself.
You know, you wake up to peacocks and you walk around in the corridors. You know, sometimes I'd be like, am I Nimrat or am I Indrani? Like, what's going on? It was just such a pleasure to, you know, live where we are shooting. And Rajasthan is my domicile state. I was born there. My father's village is 2 hours away from Bikaner. So as a child, in fact, in our winter vacations and things, I have been to Bikaner so many times. So it was so interesting to be back there, only to shoot there, to film there as an actor. That was a first, and that was something that I felt like, okay, you know, anything is possible in life.
My father does not represent the Rising Palace. I do. रजवाड़े के बिना ना ये पार्टी कुछ नहीं है. I have absolute power.
मुझे नया मुख्यमंत्री घोषित करेंगी कल रात होने से पहले.
खबरदार.
बेटा सीधा तो यहाँ कोई नहीं है. अगर एक मौका मिल जाए ना, सब एक दूसरे पर चढ़ जाएं चाकू लेकर तला काटने के लिए.
Let's talk about this fantastic ensemble.
Yes.
See, whenever personally I have met Amol, off camera he's very witty. He's that person who just quickly snaps into somebody else right after the camera is done.
He's very funny, he's very witty, and he's someone I find so funny that I had a hard time sometimes keeping my you know, like composure and things, because all the serious scenes would be so serious, and sometimes we would just crack up, and I couldn't watch him do what he was doing, because even though it was ludicrous, it was so funny.
What's up, guys?
कहाँ थे आप? हाँ?
मातम मराने की प्रैक्टिस कर रहा था. और लोगों ने बोला कि व्हाइट पहनना है तो कुर्ता भी आयरन करवाना था.
वर्षा, विक्रम, वो बाबूजी क्या कह रहे थे कि पिताजी ने किस बात की माफी मांगनी थी माँ से?
बाबूजी ने मुझे इसके बारे में कुछ कहा नहीं.
Stop talking about this guy.
What about Riddhi? How was she
Amazing, so full of energy. She's like a ball of energy. She's always twirling and dancing on sets and having such a good time working, and she's so committed to her job. I love that about Riddhi. She's so dedicated and always watching, and you know, she's always so interested in all kinds of all aspects of filmmaking.
यहाँ पे कोई शांति से बात नहीं कर सकता है क्या? क्या बात करनी है दी शांति से? किटी पार्टी थोड़ी चल रही है। एविडेंस है हमारे पास, हमें पता है अंकल जोगराज ने किया है जो किया है, क्यों किया है पता करना जरूरी नहीं है।
We have seen your growth as an actor.
Right.
But personally, when you look back, tell me which was that one moment that you felt changed the things for you personally?
I think the lunchbox, that changed everything for me because I became a name that people could attach to a face from just being someone who was modeling, you know. And so I was like a nameless model, you know, that girl from that ad, or that girl, the Cadbury girl, or the Tera Mera Pyar girl. But the conversion to being a name in the business happened with the lunchbox. So that was that's a landmark moment in my life, and I owe everything to that.
डब्बा वापस आया है और खाली आया है, लेकिन अपने चिट्ठी का जवाब आया है।
जवाब आया?
हाँ।
क्या लिखा है पढ़?
राजीव का हैंडराइटिंग नहीं है, लेकिन
लिखा क्या है पढ़ तो?
Dear Ila, the food was very salty today.
अरे समझता क्या है? एक तो डब्बा खाली किया, ऊपर से कंप्लेन कर रहा है। तो रुक एक मिनट। ये ले, डाल दे।
How could I not mention Test Case? I mean, of course, you're reuniting with Ekta ma'am right here.
Yes,
But,
absolutely.
you know, I mean, I love how you've always chosen these strong female characters. So first, let's talk about Test Case. I mean, did you
Yes.
anticipate it's going to get so much of love and appreciation posted?
No,
or-
I didn't actually. Again, it was something. Test Case remains a project that's closest to my heart because I've played an army officer in that, and that's in fact the uniform, you know, the costume I've retained, and that's the only costume I've ever retained from a project. It felt like I was back in an environment I knew very well because, you know, my father was in the army. So it's something I'm so familiar with, and it's an environment I'm so familiar with. So I was like, okay, this feels like I'm home.
Stealth and surprise, special forces की पहली सीख। Come on, Roman. One more. You know I can take it.
You've been very choosy about the roles that you have picked. Tell me, what does it mean to you personally, especially in an industry that is always running in fifth gear?
Actually, you know, I work at my own pace in life. I don't believe in maxing out within a certain number of years. I don't believe in burning out within 10, 15 years. I'm here for the long haul, you know, I'm here for the long run. It's a marathon for me. It's not really a sprint. So I'm here, you know. I'm not in a rush to get anywhere, you know. What is that anywhere anyway? Once I get that somewhere, I'll want to be somewhere else.
अपनी फैमिली को भूलकर 24 घंटा ये सिर्फ आप सबके बारे में सोच रहे हैं। और ये ऐसे टाइम पे हमें छोड़कर बगदाद गए थे। आपसे कहा जाए ना, गली के कोने तक नहीं जाएंगे आप। गलती पे टोकना बहुत आसान है मिस्टर जॉर्ज, पर गलती करने की हिम्मत रखना बहुत मुश्किल। जो इनमें है, आप में नहीं।
So I think I have known you as an actor now. Let's just dive a little bit into your personal life, about your roles. So I'm just going to quickly do a quick fun segment.
Yes.
So don't overthink. The first thing that
try.
comes on your mind. You'll try. Okay. All right. First thing, one outfit you would love to steal from Indrani's wardrobe.
Oh, only one?
Just one for now. Let
Okay.
me put you on spot here a little.
Okay, there was this beautiful peach sari which I wear in the show now. It's hard for me to tell you. It's a chiffon sari, florals, it's gorgeous.
Okay, so if you weren't acting, you would be?
I would be a travel host.
I love the spark in your eyes. That's the next list. Okay. What's a script you said yes to instantly, no hesitation?
Actually, can I be honest? Any script I've said yes to has been instant.
So it comes from the heart, it comes from the heart.
Right
no
away.
looking back.
No.
Okay. Who's one co-star you would work with again in a heartbeat and why?
Akshay, he's so funny. And he's Punjabi and he's lovely. And I've thoroughly loved working with him in both Airlift and Skyforce.
What's the funniest or say weirdest thing that happened on a film set?
Weirdest, I can't remember, but yeah, there was like a horror kind of an experience once. on
I'm all up for it, please.
Once I was doing an ad film and we were shooting at that time in Mukesh Mills. I don't think वहाँ पे अब shooting होती भी है, but we were told कि इस building के आसपास मत घूमना because यहाँ पे भूत हैं और यहाँ पे आवाज़ें आती हैं. I was just waiting to leave that premises. I was like, please, मुझे यहाँ से लेके जाओ कोई.
But nothing happened?
No.
So
It was
whoever
very
is looking for
creepy,
a
very
recce,
eerie.
but you can suggest this to all
Even
the...
during airlift, there was a village near Jaisalmer, okay, Kuldhara village. It ranks as one of the most haunted places in the country. Look it up. And वहाँ पे बोलते हैं कि 6 बजे के बाद या 5 बजे के बाद you can't shoot there.
Right.
कि आपको पत्थर पड़ते हैं पीछे से and आवाज़ें आती बर्तनों की, लोगों के रोने की. It has a very sad story. And we were shooting there and I was like, ये क्या है? निकलो यहाँ
I
से.
love this interaction even more now. Sorry, horror lover हूँ तो थोड़ा सा I get inclined towards that. Okay, finally, have you ever totally improvised a scene that made it into the final cut?
I don't decide what I'm doing. You know, I don't decide कि मुझे यहीं पे रोना है, मुझे यहाँ पे हंसना है. I let the scene happen. I let that give and take happen. I do all my prep as the character, but I don't do any prep for the scene.
Okay.
You see, I just learn my lines and I'll go and I'll see what is the give and take, what is this feeling like.
And that's the most difficult part, not to prepare to unprepare yourself right there.
Yeah,
Just to
it's important to just keep that spontaneity alive.